Susan Williams, underscore 71.
All right, today we're looking at smoothing time series. As you've seen yesterday, the time series, they jump up and down a bit, so we're going to look at ways of smoothing. All right. So there's a couple of ways we can do it. One of them is using moving, what they call moving means. So using moving mean, what that is that you work out the mean of a certain number of pieces of data. And so there's ones that we can use. You can use three or five data points. And you can also use 2 or 4 data points, but they need to be centred, and we'll get to what that means in a minute. So if we use the 3 moving mean, you just get 3 data points, find the average. If you use 5, you get 5 data points, use the average. And so then we use those averages and then plot those if we wanted to. To write that down, and then we'll do an example. Right, got that? Rub it off.
I'll go with you.
All right, so we'll look at an example here where I'll show you what the 3 moving mean and the 5 moving mean are. Right, so here's a list of the days of some weekend in the temperature on those days. And then we're asked just about particular days. Now you could work out the median moving means for all of those and plot them if you wanted to. In this question we're not asked to do that, we're just asked for a particular day. So 3 mean, so it means we're going to use 3 days data, and Tuesday, so Tuesday is the one. So the day that's mentioned, so with these odd numbers, the day that's mentioned is the middle day. So if we're asked about Tuesday, then we need to get a total of 3 days, so one either side would be 3 days. So then the the 3 mean smooth temperature, well, the mean is just when you add up and divide by how many you've got. So in this case, we take Mondays, Tuesdays and Wednesdays, add them together, because there's 3 days there that we're looking at, we would divide by 3, and so when you work that out on your calculator, you should get 23.1 degrees Celsius. So that is the smooth temperature, 3 mean smooth temperature for Tuesday. And you could do that for every day, and then you could plot these smoothed if you were asked to do that. All right. All right. So for then the Thursday one, which it says the 5 mean, so that means 5 bits of data, and we got Thursday, which is here. So when with these, it's got to be the middle. So if we want 5, we need to go 2 days either side. So we need to include Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday and Saturday. That gives us our 5. So Thursday is our middle day. And so again, we just add those up, 24.8, 26.4, 13.9, 12.7 and 14.2, and because there's 5 of them, we divide by 5, and when you work that out, I think it's 18.4. degrees Celsius for that. All right. So if you have a graph, what that will do is this original graph will move around a bit. the next one will move around a little bit less, and the last one less again. All right. So that there with, when we're using odd numbers, it's pretty easy. Odd numbers, there's the middle. Again, an odd number, there's the middle. All right, so if we were looking at the 3 mean about Friday, odd number, there's the middle, goes on Friday. When you've got even numbers of data that you're using, gives you a bit of a problem, because if I was to use, say, the 2 mean one for Monday and Tuesday, when I average, the average is in the middle of somewhere that there's no day that exists between Monday and Tuesday. It's either Monday or it's Tuesday. And so if we're using 2 means or 4 means, then we've got to do a thing called centering. And so we'll have a look at what that would be. So we use the same ones. All right. So, the easiest way to do this is to set yourself up a table where you put your days down here, so Monday, Tuesday and so on, and then have our temperature there, and then we'll work out our 2 means and our centering here. So, Monday, Tuesday and so on. Right, so then we have that. So the two mean means we take two data values. So if we start here, we take these two, 18.1 and 24.8, add them together and average them. And average is in the middle. So the middle actually puts them, as I said before, right in the middle of Monday and Tuesday. And so if we do that, that is, worked it out. I'll make to work it out now. So 18.1 plus the 24.8 divided by 2 is 21.45. All right, and so we would do the same. So then we go the next two, Tuesday and Wednesday, and that puts them right again halfway between Tuesday and Wednesday. So divide that by 2, 25.6. And then we'll do Wednesday and Thursdays. So 26.4, 13.9, divide that by 2. That's 20.15. And so on, we've got a couple more, Thursday and Friday. So that's 13.9 plus 12.7, it's a little bit tedious.
What's that mean? Oh. Wow.
13.3 for that day. And we got Friday, Saturday, which is 12.7, and the 14.2, divide that by 2. And then the last one is the Saturday and Sunday, so 14.2, 24.9 over 2. And the process for the 4 mean would be similar. Instead of just using 2 days, you would use 4 days. And if you use 4 days, again it puts it in the middle. So the problem here is, when I've used the 2, as I've mentioned before, Monday and Tuesday, the average is halfway in between. Now we don't have days halfway in between. So the 2 mean is this, so the centred bit, we need to get it back on a day.
So you do it again.
So we do it again, but what we do is we use these 2 here
Into Tuesday.
into Tuesday.
Oh.
So we use the 21.45 plus the 25.6 over 2, and that goes into Tuesday. All right, so that's the 2 mean, and this is now centred. So 2 mean centred for Tuesday. Divide that by 2, and that's not right because I didn't put the right number in. 21.45, 25.6, so that's 23.525. All right, and then for Wednesday, we would take these 2 either side of Wednesday, put them in Wednesday. So 25.6 plus 20.15, divide that by 2, and then the Wednesday centred one will be that. That's That's 22.875. And then for Thursday, take the ones either side for Thursday. So the 20.15. $16.725 for that one. And we've got two more to go. So the 13.3 here plus the 13.45. Divide that by 2 for the Friday centred. And the last one, $16.5. All right, so 2 mean, smoothed, and then centred. Now the downside, of course, with this smoothing stuff is we had information from Monday to Sunday, 7 bits of information. But once we do this mean stuff and then centering, we're down to 5 bits of information. So that's the downside. Yes, it might smooth out your ups and downs, but you end up with 2 days less information than what you did.
If it's a full one, do you have to do it again?
So if it's a 4-1, you do these 4 days and that goes here. Then the next 4 days and that goes there. So you end up to get even less data at the end.
So you'd only have one at the end?
You would have 3 at the end.
3, yeah.
3 at the
Right,
end. Yeah. So if you did a 4, yep, you narrow down your data even more and you end up with only 3 bits at the end. Yeah. All right, and that's it. A little bit tedious, but that's what it is.
So is that then just the answer?
So then the answer, if you were asked to say what's the Thursday 2 mean centred, so Thursday the 2 mean centred temperature would be 16.7.
What if it was Monday?
Monday's, wait, right, good question. So if you were asked for Mondays, you would,
Put the graph around.
depends on what you're asked for. So there's either 2 ways you can do it for Mondays. You can use Tuesdays and say, okay, 23.5, or you could put a regression line for these and use your regression line to predict.
Oh, thank you. Thanks.
All right. So exercise
Please be.
6B.